Hey guys, Bl'Art here. Shinryu can be a stressful place, with giant headless armored dudes who, I don't know, apply debuffs or something, I don't know. It looks like a pretty gimme fight after that crazy spiritist fight, am I right? That was a tough one. Well, in any event, I'm here to provide you with a sense of deep, profound tranquility, like you're flying over the clouds, soaring on red wings, I guess? Kind of a Final Fantasy IV reference, isn't it? This is the DFFOO guided ASMR sleep harmony meditation experience for the good flying dreams. We give you those. You're gonna get good flying dreams from this. Before we get started, let's hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps me out quite a bit. We're gonna be throwing some tickets at Llyud here. Cled, as some folks call him, myself sometimes included. I'm really inconsistent about what I call this guy. Starting, of course, with our intention setting daily free pull and going into that multi-draw, which has given us one lone power stone. That's lovely. We have a healthy number of tickets here, so I'm gonna see how far we have to go to get the FR, and who knows, we might go a little further and see if we can't get some dupes along the way if we get lucky. Because we don't have Tifa's BT, and I'm not going to try to pull the BT with tickets, but when you're missing the BT, I feel like, it makes kind of going harder for dupes with tickets a little more attractive, because tickets are kind of a little worthless otherwise. They really feel kind of YOLO-ish in this age, where you kind of want dupes to help manage your high power stones. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking here. We're just going to have a nice, easy evening, throwing tickets into the wind, letting them float away. Once again, something wings in flight. That's the motif we're going with tonight. We got Cled here. Cled, this is Gabilan's fault. It's been like months since that was a thing, so you probably don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. Go subscribe to DFFOO Gabilan anyway. He's a cool dude. Tell him Bl'Art sent you. Check the description for what that means. In any event, Llyud, the literal Who from Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings, a game I haven't played, but I'm a fan of Final Fantasy XII itself, and Cled's a kind of fun character. Oh, that's nice. That's not what we're looking for. Kind of useless. Well, he was a fun character. I think he's really taken a hit, though, with the change to the new era. Because his whole gimmick, he has two gimmicks, really, if you want to call them that. Not counting his all hit points thing, because that doesn't mean anything, really. It's, just beefy auras and EX charges. And beefy auras are always good. Those are always in style. So he's a solid character to have in your team, but in terms of, standing out and justifying his position on the team, if you're bringing him, you're either bringing him just to fill the generic, I need a healer support slot, or because you want that EX charge. And EX charging is a lot less interesting nowadays, because what it really comes down to a fundamental shift in the way the game is played because of the way FRs work. Because, technically, yes, the stuff you do outside of force time matters and affects the way the game is going to end, but between you and me, brass tacks, the stuff that you do outside of force time doesn't really matter. It's a 20, you spend the fight 20 minutes in the fight. The first 15 of those is just going to be you grinding against, grinding maybe 20% of the boss's health down over 15 minutes, and then force timing the rest or something like that. Assuming you don't do some kind of, degenerate force charging strategy. What I'm saying is, sustained damage, the kind that Cled provides through his EX charging, isn't really useful anymore. You want your big damage to be during that force time. Otherwise, your run's probably not going anywhere. And so the value of being able to use your allies' EXs more often isn't that great, because all EXs really get now is, they hit a bit harder than your regular skills, which themselves aren't, they're barely denting the boss until the force gauge is maxed. There are some corner cases, you can use it to supercharge Vane's EX so that he gets more free turns, or to supercharge Ignis so he can manipulate the party's turn order, or Rem gets more free skills. You see what I'm saying? There's certain characters whose EXs actually do something. Gilgamesh gets more delays or something dumb. The point being, yes, there are cases I think that you can use him, and it's better than not having it. Like, you can build around it. It just doesn't have the same oomph it had in Lithuania Plus, where charging that up meant you have more access, quicker access, more frequent access to your heaviest hitting buttons. Because right now your heaviest hitting buttons are still not that heavy hitting unless you're in force time. So I suppose, like, it helps you set up a more wild force time with, like, Strago, because you're bringing Strago right now, right? Well, he'll get an FR eventually. So I guess there's corner cases, but practically speaking, like, that gimmick isn't that interesting. The real reason you're bringing Llyud is because he has these crazy good auras and a really easy to hit FR condition. So he's just kind of general good guy. But, like, you could just bring, like, I don't know, Tifa or Tidus or Cam or Renoa when she comes out. You see what I'm saying? Like, there are other FRs that just, they do just as well, if not better, and they have a character who kind of is designed to benefit from it as opposed to just kind of generally benefiting from it. That's kind of my thinking on Llyud. I'm still pulling because I blued him because I thought he was fun at the time, and he is just kind of generally good, so it's not like I'm, like, suffering from picking him up here. I am suffering from how long it's taken me to get the damn FR. I just realized I've been monologuing for a while, and damn, how many tickets of it? Jesus, I think I've blown through like 200 tickets or something crazy. A lot of gold orbs, a lot of EXs, a lot of LDs for characters I don't care about. Zell, Ami, sorry guys. Oh, there we go. Nice. I honestly, I was in such a kind of a flow state going on about Llyud and how unremarkable he is, despite being good. Good, but unremarkable, in the sense that you wouldn't remark on him. He's just good. You know what? I think I want to see if we can't fish for some dupes. I know we talked about doing that. I'm thinking I'm going to throw maybe 100 more tickets into the void and just see what happens. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get a bunch of jank. But if we get the jank, the thing with tickets, the way I view tickets, is if you get crap with tickets, it's not like you would have gotten better stuff if you saved them for a different banner. You're still going to get jank, right? I guess you could make the case of, you could have picked up an LD you didn't have on another banner, or better duplicate EXs for spheres or something stupid like that. But, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, if these 100 tickets don't get me the FR, it's not like they were going to get me the FR on a different banner. That's not how this works. You can't, walk down a different path like that. That's not how, life doesn't work that way. And that's kind of something I'd like to teach you tonight. Learning to accept the path that you've chosen to walk, and where it leads, the destination, consequences, if you will, because that's life. That's where it goes. We walk one path and we don't always see where it leads, but you can't go back and walk the other path, and you can't say, the other path would have led somewhere different, because at the end of the day, this is the only path there really is. Sure, you can say, if I had turned down that corner, but realistically, like, the corner would have just taken you back here somehow, because, if it could have turned out differently, it would have. You could make arguments about, I guess, like, alternate timelines and junk like that if you read comic books and whatnot, but, like, practically speaking, chaos theory notwithstanding, YOLO, bitch. I shouldn't have sworn. YouTube's probably gonna, like, ding me for that or something. Yeah, because I've never sworn before while making one of these videos. That's never happened. Just getting a bunch of jank now, huh? Yeah, so nothing, but it's okay. We are feeling at peace with it, accepting what comes, really trying to not pin all of our hopes on the next ticket pull that we do, because it's gonna come down to this. So, now screw that. You know what? We're gonna go until the next gold orb, because that's anticlimactic as heck. So we're gonna go until the next gold orb, which is not this one. Thanks, that's great. Really helping my dramatic timing there. Wow. Well, if these just all end up being gold orbs, it's a good thing I'm getting rid of them. Or blue orbs. So here we go. Okay. So here we go. Nice and dramatic cliffhanger. Let's see if I can get a dupe FR out of this. Save myself some high power stones. Or maybe a Tifa BT, who knows? That sure would be exciting. So, with bated breath, The anticipation builds, the suspense is mounting. So what's it gonna be? And... shit.